And that's why you got to kind of count your blessings when great things happen in your life, man. You really got to, take it with humility and
gratitude
and be happy that there's a higher power giving you opportunity to do it. And recently I was at the Super Bowl and I got a chance to see my sister. I say my sister because I got nothing but reverence for her and always have. And we talk about her a lot on the air. She may not even realize how much we talk about her. But to see her do that Super Bowl performance, it reminded me of, I remember when Kid Rock, I think he was performing at the Grammys or American Music Awards. I can't think of the award show he was performing at. And he brought out Run DMC.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Wow.
And I was like, well, damn it, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
And he paid homage to somebody that really impacted and influenced his career. And it just kind of kept it kind of put booster cables on their career.
Yeah.
At that time. And then so when I saw Katy Perry make the decision to bring out Missy Elliott, and it was interesting that it came from Katy Perry.
Yeah.
And the first thought was, man, it reminded him of when Kid Rock did that. And
at the VMAs, yeah.
Missy's at a different place and running than we're at that time because Missy is, still active and still here and still doing it big and still have artists that she's working with, and she's Missy Elliott. But I really wanted to salute Katy Perry because not only did she give that opportunity for the world to see and remind the world how great Missy is, man, she took a chance with that because I don't know if I would bring Missy on my stage.
Right. All them hits she damn got. Shit, I'll be like, Missy, I'm going to put you all the way in the back. You're going to be in the nosebleeds with a mic.
Yeah, because Missy going to do exactly what she did.
What?
And she going to show you how it's done. And we got Missy Elliott on the line with us right now.
Missy!
Girl, what did you eat that morning of the Super Bowl?
Nothing. Nothing, not a thing. When I tell you, we did rehearsals and I was straight all the way up until 2 days before the Super Bowl. Now, I've been performing for over 20-some years, and I've never been so, getting anxiety attacks. So I was like, because, my family calling me like, do you know how big this is? My mama like, I'm nervous. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, mama, you don't supposed to tell me you're nervous. So, but, God is good, man. I when I say that the day of the show, I prayed all the way to the stage. I went in prayer. And I was listening to what y'all was saying, and it's true. I thank Katy because she could have picked any artist, and it was big for her. So, most artists would probably be like, let me get somebody that's on the top of the charts to make my joint just go even higher. And she said that she was a fan of mine, and that meant a lot because I really thought that we did a record together, and so I thought that I was going to come out on the record that we did together. And she said, I want you to do your records, and I'm like, wow. And she said to me, God got you here for a reason. And I be getting emotional because I'm a cancer twin. You know how I get.
You know how we are, Missy. We're sensitive. We're sensitive.
But I'm humbly grateful. I'm so humble, I can't even tell you. I've cried and cried and cried.
Well,
tears of joy, but I cried.
As a result, Missy, you are officially a breaking new artist.
Yeah,
a new artist.
Sales have surged.
I've seen people tweeting I'm going to be on the freshman year of the Double XL.
Yeah. I mean, Lose Control, Get Your Freak On, all these different songs are charting on iTunes now, and albums are reselling. Are you getting a lot of offers to go on tour, or what's as a result?
A lot of offers. A lot of offers. So I'm just figuring out what I'm gonna do next. So
You trying to figure out what you gonna do next? Man, you about to hire me and Heather. We about to go on tour.
Ow! Yeah.
Don't forget about me.
Oh, Tracy wants to come too.
I can dance.
You know, Missy, we had Sharaya up here recently when we
Yes.
did our Doomsday Cipher. And, one of the things I really enjoyed about your show, and one of the things I've always enjoyed about you, is you've always had a connection to the youth, and you've always incorporated young talent in your circle. When, even when you were younger, you did that. And Sharaya and that Banji movement that I don't think people realize the impact that's made on the underground. Talk about Sharaya and that whole Banji movement she got going on.
oh man, she doing her thing. Like, I told her from the beginning, we just not gonna just throw stuff out there just because, because a lot of times there's so much stuff just coming. Artists drop stuff every day now. I didn't come from that era. Like, we would drop something, it lasts 6 to 8 months, we drop something else. And I was like, you're gonna master your craft. You got to get in. You got to write every day. You got to get in that mirror, dance every day. You got to do your vocals every day, all of that stuff. And, when you talking to someone that coming from another generation, they like, that seemed a little abnormal. But I'm like, listen, I come from where, Mary taught me, Puffy taught me, Devontae from Jodeci taught me, and that's how they used to work. Like, that's all we knew. Every day we just woke up to sit, write rhymes, write songs, and, create a new sound. I said, if anybody say that this sounds like something that's already out, then you're going in the wrong direction, because we trying to do game-changing stuff. And so, she's a hard worker. And we just been pushing, making sure that people understand the Banji movement. We trying to, tell people to be yourself, because it's a lot of followers out there. And it's okay to be yourself. I know peer pressure be out there and everybody it's a trendy thing or whatever, but I'm like, create your own thing. Be you. Stick close to who you are. I came in and I was like nobody else. And they couldn't say that I sounded like anybody else. I looked like anybody else. And I didn't come in trying to do that. I was just being me.
Yeah.
And she most definitely is a listener.
It's interesting because that's I think the difference between a lot of the young artists who are coming out and having these hit songs, and then 1 year, 2 years later, they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
where
they dissolve.
when you look at a Missy Elliott, you look at a Diddy, all these names you named, you guys have 20-year careers.
Mary,
and ongoing.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
Missy, it's interesting because there's this duality now. Looking at your Super Bowl performance, which is amazing. Your longevity just sparkles like none other. And in contrast, you're very welcome. In contrast now with a quote that came from Young Thug, he was speaking at GQ, and he pretty much was saying that like your career is over after 30 as a rapper, and that he would not purchase a Jay-Z album only because Jay-Z is in his 40s and he's young. Talk about the ageism in hip hop. Is that something you've experienced?
Wow.
Affected you?
I haven't experienced that, and I thank God. I'm blessed. I think what me and Tim did was our music was so ahead of its time, and it's still ahead of its time, and it's not even coming from a cocky way or a conceited way. I listen and I tell Tim, like, what was you on? What were we on? I go back from time to time and just listen to our old stuff, and those records, it was nothing like it, and musically, it's still nothing like it.
Yeah,
it can't be duplicated. I don't even know if we can duplicate that moment. We can most definitely give you something new, but that moment was that moment, and those records are timeless. And so, they can now, when you play them, it don't sound dated. And so I think that helped me as an artist. But we shouldn't, we most definitely, it shouldn't be a time limit. Those musics and genres. They don't have that. It's like they be 80 years old selling out shows, and so I think talent is talent and it's timeless. So that's just my take on it. But
we're the only genre that put each other down because you're getting more mature, and everybody's gonna happen to Young Thug and everybody else. And if you still want to make music, you ain't gonna want to hear that. That's not. And plus, you're losing out on so much information that a person that Jay-Z can provide you, or Diddy, or even Timberland. By the way, Missy, I'm gonna be featured in Empire next week. Make sure you watch it. You know what I'm saying, girl. Go ahead, Ed.
Well, no, Missy already know this. I love you, sis. I consider you a friend, a sister, even a prayer partner, and I'm just so happy for you. And we actually just had to break news and just say, talking about Bobby Christina, when you spoke about prayer earlier, and your name has popped up in the headlines with her as well. We didn't even know you and her had a connection like that. How are you feeling? Because it's like you going through this high, just coming from off a Sunday, and then having to deal with this news with Bobby Christina.
What is, I think it's heavy on a lot of people.
Yeah.
And, this is someone who lost their mother. And, very close to her mother. And so that's like her backbone. And so, I've been in prayer. Yeah. Prayer, just, praying. And a lot of artists that I know that is, have a relationship with her and had a relationship with her mother. We've been in prayer. So, I just tell people to just keep praying and just, don't stop. Don't stop. I believe in the power of prayer.
Wow.
Yeah. Whitney Houston was like that as well, though. People don't realize that about Whitney. She believed in the power of prayer. Came from church.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And that is the truth. And so, like I said, we've been praying, and we're going to continue to pray. We won't stop.
Amen.
Okay. Missy, the Grammys are this weekend. Are you planning on attending?
No, I won't be there. I actually am going down to be with Tim. And so we're going to get in and get some work done.
Okay, so you and Tim are going in the studio this weekend.
Woo!
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Sway, Missy about to take your spot on Empire. That's all I
know. Tim doing the sound, the score for Empire, so I'm going to be in. So maybe I could come down to the studio. Y'all about to work on an album?
We got, I don't want to say too much, because I say in this day and time, boy, you say something, they will come back 2 weeks later like, where your album at?
Yeah. That's a good point.
I don't want to say too much, but y'all free to come down. Shoot, come on, the more the merrier.
Because Tim got that personal chef that's with him in the studio all the time that be cooking it
really?
up. What?
Yeah, man.
I ain't never been to that though. Sway.
I've been to that. Tim had to kick me off. Sway, don't you gotta work?
Yeah, man.
Missy.
And I want to shout out. Look, I'm like up at the awards and stuff.
Go ahead, do that speech. Do that speech, girl.
I want to shout out, everybody from VA, and because it's in the water down there. I mean, Tim, he doing his thing for real. Most definitely did his thing. It came through with just swoop everything, and Pusha. Trey Songz from down there, Chris Brown, Lex Luger, sorry. Who else? There's so many people. So I want to, thank them.
Yeah.
VA all day. 2 up, 2 down.
There it is.
And, I want to thank y'all, because y'all have been so supportive of me, and I can't thank y'all enough. I'm humbly grateful. Y'all, have had my back Sway. I've known you for years.
Yes.
Heather, I love you like a sister.
Love you too, girl.
Like we family.
We ain't got to say it. I know. I love you too, girl.
All right.
And I thank y'all. I thank y'all so much. The whole station. I thank y'all.
Well, when that album get done that we ain't talking about, man, make sure you come up here, man. I'll practice my dance moves to get at you, Missy. Don't let it happen. Nah, but we love you, Missy,
No
and
doubt.
continue success, okay?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, baby. Y'all be safe.
All
You
right,
too.
Missy Elliott, ladies and gentlemen. Kid Rock. I think he was performing at the Grammys or American Music Awards. I can't think of the award show he was performing at. And he brought out Run DMC.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
wow.
And I was like, well, now, damn it, that's how you do it.
That's how you do
You know,
it.
and he paid homage to somebody that really impacted and influenced his career. And then it just kind of kept it kind of put, what do you call, booster cables on their career.
Yeah.
At that time. And then, so when I saw Katy Perry make the decision to bring out Missy Elliott,
Oof.
and it was interesting.
Up until 2 days before the Super Bowl. Now, I've been performing for over 20-some years, and I've never been so, like, getting anxiety attacks. I was like, because, you know, my family calling me like, do you know how big this is? My mama like, I'm nervous. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, mama, you don't supposed to tell me you're nervous. So, but, you know, God is good, man. I when I say that the day of the show, I prayed.
That it came from Katy Perry.
Yeah.
And the first thought was, man, it reminded him of when Kid Rock did that. And,
At the VMAs, yeah.
Missy's at a different place and running than we're at that time because Missy is, you know, still active and still here and still doing it big and still have artists that she's working with, and she's Missy Elliott. But I really wanted to salute Katy Perry because not only did she give that opportunity for the world to see and remind the world how great Missy is, man, she took a chance with that because I don't know if I would bring Missy on my stage.
Right. All them hits she damn got. Shit, I'd be like, Missy, I'm going to put you all the way in the back. You're going to be in the nosebleeds with a mic.
Yeah, because Missy going to do exactly what she did.
What?
And she going to show you how it's done. And we got Missy Elliott on the line with us right now.
Missy!
Girl,
Hey.
what did you eat that morning of the Super Bowl?
Nothing. Nothing, not a thing. When I tell you, we did rehearsals and I was straight all the way.
And that's why you got to kind of count your blessings when great things happen in your life, man. You really got to, take it with humility and
Gratitude.
be happy that there's a higher power giving you opportunity to do it. And, you know, recently I was at the Super Bowl and I got a chance to see my sister. I say my sister because I got nothing but reverence for her and always have. And we talk about her a lot on the air. She may not even realize how much we talk about her. But to see her do that Super Bowl performance, you know, it reminded me of, I remember when